Have you ever noticed that some people speak, and the whole room leans in? While others speak twice as much, yet no one seems to remember a single word they said? That difference has little to do with volume, or cleverness, or even vocabulary. It has everything to do with weight. Words only matter when the person speaking has cultivated weight in their silence, restraint, and thought. This is where Stoicism offers us a profound lesson. Your words gain power not when you speak more, but when you speak less, with intention. Epictetus once warned his students, "Nature gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we might listen twice as much as we speak." At first, it sounds like just a witty saying, but think of the wisdom here. If we spend more time observing, listening, and reflecting, our words, when they finally come, will carry the sharpness of insight instead of the noise of impulse. Let me tell you a story. A man once complained to Socrates about being mocked in the marketplace. He said, "They call me a fool and laugh at me." Socrates replied, "Does an insult make you worse than you were before? If they called you a horse, would you grow hooves?" The man laughed. The lesson was simple. Words spoken without wisdom dissolve into air. But words grounded in truth and clarity can shift another person's entire perspective. Here is the paradox. The less you feel the urge to speak, the more powerful your speech becomes. In a world drowning in chatter, news feeds, arguments, endless opinions, your restraint makes you stand out. People are hungry for voices that cut through the noise with clarity and calm. But how do we get there? The Stoics suggest 3 practices. First, delay your tongue. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to pause before responding. In his meditations, he wrote, "If it is not true, do not say it. If it is not useful, do not say it." Imagine if we filtered our words with just that rule. How many arguments would vanish before they began? How many regrets would never form? Second, measure your words by service, not ego. Ask yourself, am I speaking to show off? To prove myself right? To win a battle? Or am I speaking to bring clarity, to offer comfort, to guide toward truth? The Stoics remind us that words should be medicine, not weapons. Third, embrace silence as half the conversation. Silence is not emptiness. It is the soil where meaning grows. Think of the most powerful speeches, the most moving conversations. What makes them unforgettable is not only the words themselves, but the pauses, the space that gives those words their shape. Without silence, words collapse into noise. I want you to picture this. You're sitting with a friend who's grieving. You don't know what to say. You're tempted to fill the silence with cliches. Everything happens for a reason, or it'll get better soon. But you hold back. You simply sit with them, hand on their shoulder. When you finally say, "I'm here with you," those 3 words hold more weight than 100 empty sentences. That is the Stoic way. Fewer words, but words that matter. So let me ask you, when was the last time your silence gave your words more power? If this reflection speaks to you, I encourage you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who could use this wisdom today. Together, we're building a space where ancient philosophy guides modern lives. And remember, your words don't matter because you speak them. They matter because you earned the strength to hold them back until the moment was right. There is a temptation in all of us to prove ourselves with words. We want to answer every insult, correct every misunderstanding, fill every silence. But the Stoics understood that the moment you feel compelled to speak, you've already lost something, your freedom. Epictetus told his students, "If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." He was not telling us to accept humiliation blindly. He was teaching a deeper truth, that you don't need to respond to every opinion about you. If your character is steady, why chase every shadow of judgment? Let's bring this into a modern scene. Imagine being at a workplace meeting. A colleague takes credit for your idea. Your first impulse is to interrupt, to demand recognition. But what if you waited? What if you observed the room, watched the reactions, and then chose your moment? Later, when you speak calmly, pointing out the truth with precision, people will hear you more clearly. The one who rushes speaks loudly. The one who waits speaks with impact. There's an old story of Zeno, the founder of Stoicism. A student once asked him why he spoke so little in the debates of Athens. Zeno replied, "I speak when I have something worth more than silence." That single sentence is a philosophy for life. If what you say cannot surpass silence, then perhaps silence is the better gift. Now think about your own relationships. How often have arguments dragged on not because of the real issue, but because of words spoken in haste? A careless phrase can wound deeper than intention. A sarcastic reply can poison trust. But when you hold your tongue, when you wait until emotion cools, your words transform. They stop being weapons and become bridges. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself not to speak for vanity. He wrote, "Be simple, good, pure, serious, unpretentious. Be a friend to justice, God-fearing, kind, affectionate, and strong for your proper work." Notice what's missing here. There is no need to be clever, no need to impress, no need to dominate the room. Your words gain power when they are rooted in virtue, not vanity. Let me give you another image. Imagine a sculptor with marble. Every strike of the chisel must be measured. Too many careless strikes, and the statue shatters. Words are chisels, shaping not just others, but ourselves. The wise person does not strike endlessly. They wait, they aim, and they strike with precision. Even in daily life, we can see the Stoic practice. A parent correcting a child knows the difference between shouting in frustration and speaking calmly with firmness. The first may release emotion, but leaves confusion. The second teaches. The difference is not in the volume, but in the intention. Here is a paradox worth holding on to. If you want your words to matter, you must detach from the desire for them to matter. If you speak only to be noticed, your words ring hollow. If you speak because truth, justice, or kindness requires it, your words naturally carry weight. Now let me turn this back to you. Think about a time when you spoke too quickly and later regretted it. Would silence have served you better? Or think about a time when you stayed quiet, waited, and then spoke just once. Yet that single sentence changed the whole atmosphere. Those moments reveal the Stoic secret. Speech matters most when it is chosen, not when it is forced. So as you move through your day, practice this. Pause before you speak. Ask yourself, is this true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? If the answer is no, hold your peace. If the answer is yes, then speak with clarity and calm, and your words will land like arrows to the heart. If this reflection resonates with you, I'd love for you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who could use this wisdom today. And I'd like to hear from you. Do you find it harder to remain silent or harder to speak with intention? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading them. Have you ever noticed that the most powerful moments in life are often wrapped in silence? Think about it. A pause before an important decision, the quiet after someone delivers harsh words, the stillness when you choose not to respond to provocation. In those moments, silence does something remarkable. It protects your dignity. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best answer to anger is silence." He wasn't advising weakness. He was teaching mastery. Because silence, chosen deliberately, is not emptiness. It is strength under control. When you resist the urge to react, you keep your power. You stop others from pulling you into their chaos. You become like a mountain, steady and unmoved, while storms of anger and noise crash harmlessly around you. And here is the paradox. Silence doesn't mean you will never speak. It means you wait until your words matter. Think of people you admire, the wise teacher, the respected elder, the leader you trust. Do they fill every room with endless talking? Or do they choose their words with care so that when they finally speak, everyone listens? This is the art of making words matter. The fewer you use, the stronger their weight becomes. But silence is not about avoiding speech altogether. It's about timing. There are moments when words can heal, guide, or strengthen others. And there are moments when words only fuel the fire. The Stoic knows the difference. Epictetus said, "If you would be good, first believe that you are bad." Meaning, train yourself to notice when your words are driven by ego rather than wisdom. Do you want to speak to defend your pride or to serve the truth? Do you want to be right or to bring peace? Every unnecessary word is a kind of debt. You spend energy, invite misunderstanding, and sometimes regret. But silence never needs to be taken back. So I ask you, when was the last time silence gave you more peace than speaking would have? When did restraint become your greatest strength? The Stoics remind us, choose your words like gold, spend them sparingly, and let silence carry you when words would only weigh you down. If this message resonated with you, remember to like this video and subscribe. Your support helps these ideas reach more people. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you struggle more with staying silent or with speaking wisely? Share in the comments below. I read them all.